Today we're chatting to two senior players from the Golden Lions Rugby Union. Ewan met up with inside centre Doppies Grange and lock Wikus van Heerden in Joburg to talk routine, longevity and success.
Because longevity is a very important aspect in terms of the length of your career. Tell me about the role that diet and the correct supplementation play.
This plays a major role. If you had to take in the amount of proteins and carbs that we have to take on a daily basis, you'll be eating the whole time, and that's impossible. So these days, to be competing at the level that we are, you definitely need supplementation.
And Doppies, what is your take on that?
You can't go without it. You really can't. If you want to be a professional sportsman and compete at this level, and obviously everybody's fighting for the edge. And if you want the edge, you're going to need to take the right supplements.
The right supplementation promotes strength, power and lean muscle mass, aiding with recovery and general immune system functioning, promoting overall health and wellness.
In terms of supplementation, Doppies, how exactly does it work? Because you guys train both on the field and in the gym. Does the supplementation change at all?
I like to start when we go on the field. I take the BCA Vitago because I feel it's full of carbs and it gives me a lot of energy, especially for the running. And then when I come into the gym, I'll take a protein shake and I'll mix it with anabolic nitrox.
The total energy output and thus the quantity of food required varies between players. Therefore, a player's position and personal requirements are factored in when choosing supplementation.
You are lactose intolerant, right? So how did USN and their range assist you in this?
With my move in the beginning of the season from loose forward to lock, was one of the big things that I had to gain a couple of kilograms. And with that in mind, I had to take in a lot of protein. USN made it easy with the protein, the different sort of protein supplements they got. I'm taking the isolated protein, which accommodates much better with my indigestion and stuff, and it makes it easy for me to take in the amount of protein that I need.
The players' diets are also adapted to the season. Early on, the goal is to increase muscle mass, while closer to game day, the challenge is to eat for sustained energy.
Because take us through the preparation leading up to a game day, from when you wake up to when you go to sleep.
I start off in the morning with my isolated protein before breakfast, and then I have a breakfast. Then usually it depends on the game time. If it's an afternoon game, you've got a meal replacement. At 12 o'clock it's usually your pre-match meal, and then you start taking your supplements. You usually start with the BCAA Vitago that I use during the games and stuff, and then the Vuma gel. And after the game you take the muscle fill and the glutamine.
Doppies, as a senior player, what are some of the most common injuries that you experience?
I must say, I think every guy, the worst injury you can get for me, and I've seen it out of experience, is a knee. It's hard to come back from. I think it takes at least a year to really come back 100%. And then you get your shoulders, that's also joint, and you take most of the hits. I mean, a guy like Wikus in the front row, if you hit the shoulder there, it's hard.
Because for you personally, tell me about the importance of dedication and routine.
You need to be flexible, but at the end of the day, a set routine does make it easier, knowing when to take what and knowing when to do what. It does make it easier for the body also to perform at its best.
Players are assisted in developing a supplementation intake plan where they familiarise themselves with their individual preferences as well as environmental conditions.
What about the mental preparation, Doppies? How do you go about it? Do you have any funny rituals?
I like to keep to myself and just stay in my box.
And Wikus, for yourself?
I also doesn't believe that I'm the most talkative person on game day, but I know what to do and what usually gets me up for the game.
Let's talk a bit about recovery. I mean, that's obviously a very important factor for you.
With the amount of games you play these days, recovery is vital. It's what keeps you going week after week and keeps you on the training field and keeps you playing.
In your professional opinion, do you think you could have ever reached this level where you are right now without the help of supplementation?
It's as you get older and you see what works and what doesn't work, a trial and error. You know the benefits of using supplements, and you know how much it helps you with your recovery, just prolongs your career.
Players are supported vigilantly, maintaining a well-balanced lifestyle. In the meantime, rugby lovers are preparing for an epic battle for the William Webb Ellis Cup.
Guys, thank you so much, but just before you run off, who's going to win the World Cup?
We obviously, as true South Africans, we believe that the Boks will do it. I think they've definitely got the players, and obviously we've got a lot of stars on our team. It's all about if they're going to show up at the World Cup. But there is a few dark horses that I believe that can upset us, if you want to put it that way.
Like Doppie, I'm also believe staying true to my roots and hoping that South Africa can go all the way again. Hopefully the Boks can show up on the day, and World Cup, anything can happen.
Thanks for tuning in, and we wish the Golden Lions all success. For tips and inspirations in reaching your own fitness goals, visit usn.co.za and also join the USN SA page on Facebook.